Okay, just going through this countdown procedure. The red lights are now on. The race about to get underway. So it's the red car of Wood, the green car of Hazelhurst. It's a great start from Hazelhurst, not a good start from Jason Wood. Always difficult to get your car off pole position here, as we saw in the last race. So it's Hazelhurst that's not got into the lead, because is that Lee Scott?
How on earth did he do that?
Sixth on the grid. He's got around the outside of everyone. He's got loads of experience though, hasn't he, as Lee? And he's got the lead as they head up towards Druids for the first time. And it's Kelsall that was knocking on the door of second place there, but it's Kelsall, sorry, it's Hazelhurst that's slotted into second. Then it's Kelsall, then it's Finn Groom, isn't it, in fourth? Jason Wood fifth, and I think that's Neil Dudman in sixth place.
Yes, in that's a new car for this season. They call it the B car for two reasons. One, it is the B car, and the other one, it's got the P livery on it. So it's definitely earned his B, and it's great to see Ted Cooper up in the mix there. This is his first race for a little while. He's sort of been off and on for the last few seasons. It's great to see him out there.
So round Clearways and Clark Curve they come for the first time. So great start from Lee Scott. Started on the outside of row 3. Used all of his experience to get ahead of some perhaps less experienced drivers that's starting at the front of the field, and has taken the lead away with James Hazelhurst, who's gone from second, still in P2. But it's Kelsall third, Finn Groom fourth, 3 cars side by side, including, I noticed, Stuart Place towards the back of the field. I think he's up to about 13th place now.
Oh, great move there. Like you say, it's very difficult to get off the front row of the grid here at Brands. It's a bit more uphill than the second row of the grid. So, like you say, Lee Scott using experience, being on the flat section to outrun the front runners. But as they come down to this crate, they're going around here at about 45 miles an hour. They're now going to accelerate down the Cooper Straight up to about 85 miles an hour before they take that long left, which is usually taken flat out when the tyres are on peak condition.
Yeah, and it looks like Titch Kelsall and Finn Groom, they're not letting the first two get away. You've got the XR2Is first and third, that new 205 shell of Hazelhurst sandwiched in the middle of them, and then you've got Finn Groom in the XR2 carburetted car. And then it's Jason Wood, who, of course, he's trying to make amends after that poor start from pole.
Yes, but the Nova tends to spin its wheels incredibly easy, and it's obviously had a bit of a slip in a step. As I say, look, go down to Paddock Bend there. They are very close together, the first 4 cars, and look at that, 3 different marks in the first 4 different marks in the first top 5.
Yeah, no, that's right, as Hazelhurst is trying to fend off Kelsall here. He was trying to go around the outside. Kelsall might lose out of position now to Finn Groom.
Yeah, we got the inside line here for this as the end of the Cooper Straight, so Finn will slot up behind, but as we know, that's a young man. He's only been doing a couple of seasons, but he's really come to form, and he's had plenty of podiums last year to demonstrate how good he is.
Top 6 breaking away then from Ted Cooper in 7th place. Very close racing indeed, as ever.
Good demonstration there. You've got the Mark III Fiesta and the Mark II Fiesta. There are different braking points in those cars, and Finn nearly got caught out there by the earlier braking from the 2i.
Up to the line to complete the 3rd lap of the race. And there's still very little to choose between them. 1.9 seconds covering the first 6 cars. No improvement for the fastest lap that time, which is with Finn Groom on a 59.335. Lap record for these cars around the Brands Hatch Indy circuit is a 58.32, so they're about a second off that.
Well, part of the reason for that is we're no longer on the Yokohama tyres, which were excellent in these sort of conditions. With the nice dry and warm surface, the play for the Yokohama is really good, but the Toyos are a little bit harder to work with, so that's where we're losing that second.
Finn Groom up to 3rd position then, as they make their way through. And as he's done so, it's just given the top 2 a little bit of a break again, hasn't it? Lee Scott and James Hazelhurst.
Yeah, but Finn, he's an excellent young man. He'll be right on the back of there, but they're not really getting away. These top 6 are definitely getting away from the Ted Cooper machine.
Yep, he is. Cooper on his own a little bit that time through. So
a late break move there by Titch Kelsall on the inside there, but the XR2, the Mark II, can just brake a little bit later, so it didn't quite pay off for him.
No, it didn't. That's right. So we've got the top 6 making their way through as they head out of Druids, and it's Hazelhurst here challenging Lee Scott for the lead of this race. Hazelhurst, I think, just won 1 race before. That was at Silverstone on the international circuit several years ago.
Yes, it was. Yes, he sort of had a mix of season, but he's had lots of problems with the previous car. Now this is a completely fresh. All the wiring's all fresh. Everything's fresh. So he's got no excuse now. He's good. Can show what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely right. So about a third of the way through this race now. 10 minutes left to go.
Now look at that, Finn getting closer and closer to that 205 of Hazelhurst, and he will try and get a slipstream to keep up with these injection cars down this very fast straight, hitting over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, into Paddock Hill Bend they go once again.
Look, he's going to try and get... Oh, no. James cut that off. He cut his nose straight off there. He could see that Finn was going to try and sneak up there, but no.
Neil Dudman in the B cars, just dropping off the back of this leading group a little bit now in that yellow and black Peugeot 205 as we watch the battle for second and third once again.
As Lee Scott tries to make a little gap there, but notice a part of the circuit there, he's a little bit slower than these two in second and third place as they come down this straight. And like I said, they do about 8 miles an hour as they go around this very fast left-hander, and then just trying up the kink. And here comes Finn again, trying to go to the outside of that Hazelhurst machine. He's going to try and get the cut back as the 205 nearly washes out, but no, oh, he's pushing him away around that corner. He just cannot find past that 205.
Absolutely right. Great scrap going on here all the while. He's got just edging a little bit further forward. He's a 5-time champion in Classic Stock Catch. 13, 14, 17, 18 and 19 were the years that he won the championship.
Yeah, they've got to be careful, these two, because Lee Scott started to inch away there. He's got an open track, and with James Hazelhurst and Finn Groom fighting, they're going to let him get away, but they've caught up with him. Great up into the Druid hairpin there. Back all together again.
Yep, certainly are. Great racing this with 8.5 minutes to go. Looking further back, still Ted Cooper 7th. 8th is the 47 car.
This is a cracking battle here. Seeing all these different marks racing together. As you can see, as you go round the circuit, you can see some cars get away, some get closer together. It's going to get very exciting as they come to the braking zone for this very tricky right-hander. It washes away. The camber's all wrong. The car is trying to wash to the left. You're only doing about 50 miles an hour, and you're trying to get the power on as fast as you can to get down this start-finish straight.
Yeah, momentum's going to be really important in these cars because they're not hugely powerful compared to some that we'll see this weekend. So you can't really afford to lose momentum at any point because it will set you back for half a lap.
It will, and so that Jason's catching them around most of the circuit, and they lose it a little bit on clearways. The Nova does have a tendency to spin up the inner wheel, and you can see that on the clearways corner where Jason just gets gapped by that wheel spin.
Neil Dubman's done the best lap of the race now, 59.131. He's done the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, there goes Titch on the inside of Finn Groom, but Finn Groom can go faster in that too, round that corner. That nearly paid off, and now this has opened the gap for Jason Wood, and Neil Dudman is getting right behind Jason Wood to try and follow him through. So Titch has lost a place there, trying to fight for that one, and he's going to go for the inside line. The Nova's trying to wash out. No, he gets it back in. Nice move by Jason Wood.
Yeah, so he's made one place back. He's up to P4. Kelsall now has Neil Dudman, who's just done the best lap of the race, snapping at his heels. Now they'll be overlapping one another as they come across the timing line this time. And if anything, the 205's, yeah, it's got his bonnet in front, hasn't it, as they come across the line, but not necessarily going to have the line for Paddock Hill Bend. Side by side, very close between those two.
That always makes me worried. Oh, yes, just got a little wide there onto the bumps, but no, they both got around there safely.
Yeah, Kelsall holding on for the moment, but they've both lost a little bit of ground as a result of that to Jason Wood, who's going after Finn Groom now in the number 91 car, the 22-year-old from Kesgrave. A water quality instrument technician, been racing since 2022. He's had 3 podiums so far in the Classic Stock Catch in the all-group motorsport car.
Say, Lee Scott is a multiple championship, but James Hazelhurst is not making this easy for him, is he? He's back on him all over the back there, showing that XR2 what a Peugeot 205 looks like.
Absolutely right, and he'll be used to that though. He had big battles with Matt Rosier in the past, didn't he?
Oh yes,
back in the day.
The great battles between Matt and Lee were awesome. And look at this, the 205 slightly later on the back, so he gets right behind that XR2i as they go down a Paddock Hill, which is incredibly steep. I challenge anyone to walk up that without stopping.
Yeah, it's steeper than it looks, isn't it?
It is extremely steep. I mean, we get to about 80 miles an hour at the bottom of the crest, but we can't get any faster than that because of the hill going up it.
So this race continues. That's Bradburn, isn't it? Just coming into shot now. The number 97 car. He had a podium, didn't he, at Mallory Park? In
That's
the last
right.
round
And
of
there's
last year.
Stuart Place there, getting another place off Lintz Senior. Just showing that 106 is quite nimble. And it should be incredibly quick, but obviously it's losing on the far straight past the start finish there because of the power. But Jack went a little bit wide there. Look at a little bit of damage on the front of Jack Bradburn's car there. I wonder if there was a little tap earlier in the race, but there's that number 1 machine. It is immaculate to look at. It's incredibly produced. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there. Oh, he's still sliding, desperately hanging on to it. And has he hang on to play? No, I think Stewart has got the inside line, but Jack will have the power as they come down the start, finish straight, I suspect. No, he doesn't. That 106 is revving, but now we've got the Lentz Senior trying to get that back again as they go across the line. That's incredibly close, and Jack trying to stay on the outside. Stuart Place going on the inside, and Stuart's managed to hold that place briefly as we go down the hill. Now this is going to be the tell of power. Who can get up the hill quicker, and who's going to be there brake latest for this Druid hairpin? And they're still side by side. Now this is classic stock racing at its best. Seeing all these cars close together. Stuart's just kept the place. Well, that was an exhilarating half a lap, wasn't it?
It certainly was, and the 6 of them absolutely right together. 3 of them paired off like a crocodile for a moment. But Stuart Place has come to the fore of this particular group, so he's up into 11th place. He was sitting next to him at the annual dinner dance a couple of months ago, and he was telling me he was just looking for a new challenge this year. He'd felt it accomplished now. He'd done the championship, won the championship a couple of times, 2-time champion, and he just wanted to try something different and sort of build up from the base car again and see what he could get us to do.
Yes, he basically done everything he could do, and he got the full knowledge of the 205 with help of his mechanic, young Jack. Who's an encyclopedia when it comes to... Oh, and there's a little coming together there. That is Graham Reese. So it's had a bit of a moment there. I'm just trying to see where that is. That's at the bottom of Paddock Hill. Yeah,
the bonnet has flipped up of the number 47 car of Graham Reese. So whether that was cause or effect, not quite sure, but he's off the road in a not particularly good position with 3 minutes of this race left to go. So we've got Lee Scott and James Hazelhurst. They're still about a length apart. They come through Clark Curve this time.
Just desperately seeing if they're going to bring the safety car. He's quite a way up there.
Checkered flag's coming out. Checkered flag's coming out a little bit early. So the win goes to Lee Scott then. That's the first time in a little while. From James Hazelhurst in 2nd place. Fingroom in 3rd. Jason Wood in 4th place after that poor start. Titch Kelsall 5th and Neil Dudman in 6th position. Flagged a little bit early, wisely I think, with that car off the road. This battle coming through. This has got...
Who's going to win this? Is it going to be... It's going to be Cleveland. No, I can't tell. Like Lintz Senior.
3 cars side by side, separated by less than 0.2 of a second. It was Cleveley, number 44 in 12th, then Ewan Lintz, and then
Cleveley
Dan
just got
Bassingthwaite
it in his XR2.
And then Jake Wood, 15th and final finisher in that race.
Excellent there. He's what was his best lap was 101. He's doing extremely well. This is his first ever race, and as you can see, he's not that far off the pace. So I'm well impressed with the young man.
Yeah, and assuming he's not blotted his copybook, then he'll get a signature on his licence as well.
That's right. It's a shame about Graham Reese there. He's just gone from an XR2i, which he couldn't get on with. He's now gone in this 205, and it's transformed him. But unfortunately, the race has ended early for him.
Yeah, who had that car before? Was
that's a very... I think it was Robert Campbell. I think it was Robert Campbell machine. Yeah. I think it was. But there we go. That's how Classic Stock Hatch is. Incredibly competitive and enjoyable racing.
Certainly was. Let's have a look at the result. Number 72, Lee Scott, the winner then at the end of 12 laps. He was ahead of number 12, James Hazelhurst, who was 0.170 seconds behind in the Peugeot, behind the Fiesta. 3rd was number 91, Finn Groom in the XR2. 4th was number 41, Jason Wood. 5th was 89, Titch Kelsall. 6th was 48, Neil Dudman. 7th was 4, Ted Cooper. 8th was 58, Pete Osgerby. 9th place was number 1, Stuart Place in the end, so a good result for him first time out in that 106, not 205 as it says on the screen there. And 10th was number 97, Jack Bradburn, ahead of Thomas Lintz, Stuart Cleveley, Ewan Lintz, Darren Bassingthwaite, and then one more finisher was Jake Wood. Alan Dooley was classified as well, but he was a little bit later coming back round.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that bonnet come flying up, didn't it? That's made a right mess of that windscreen.
Yeah, that's going to need...
I'm not quite sure you can go to order class for one of them.
Yes, now, hopefully, it won't be too much longer before he's back out again, but it may not be tomorrow. Right, we're going to head down to the pit lane. Josh Barrett is there, and he's going to speak to our race winner, Lee Scott.
So down in the pit lane with our top three from the Vulcan Racing Classic Stock Cats Championship, and a race win for Lee Scott. Well done, Lee. It seems to be a little while since you've had a race win. Well done.
Oh, way too long. You can't imagine how happy I am, seriously. Really good.
And you were under plenty of pressure throughout the whole distance, sir.
Yeah, the guys behind, well, they kept me under real pressure. Yeah, I'm so pleased to still be in the front at the end of that race. I mean, I had the most awesome start. I don't know what happened there, but managed to hold them off throughout the race, and yeah, so pleased.
And it was super close. You might not have seen that. I think top six were all together the whole time, so it's great to see the championship so close.
Oh, I could see plenty of cars right behind me. Yeah, there was only one mistake, and that would have been all gone. And yeah.
I was watching a race with Trevor, and he was saying you were being quite clever into clearways, making sure you had the tight line.
I was trying to drive quite a wide Fiesta. It might have been the widest Fiesta today, yeah, for sure.
Well done, glad you managed to bring it home first. So there's Lee Scott. In second place was James Hazelhurst and his new look 205. Well done, James. You tried so hard to get past Lee, but he's got the experience to keep you behind, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. I gave it literally everything I have. So, no complaints really. It was good fun. And a great way to start the season. So
nice to be at the front after a sort of problematic sort of season or so.
Yeah. So reshelled the car last winter, so it's the first proper run it's had. So just happy, really relieved. Everything's back in one piece, so all good.
And look like you got the pace to possibly go for a win at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got the know-how to get past Lee, but if I keep in front of him, then yeah.
Lee was sort of saying he was surprised how good his start was. I don't know if you thought the same.
Yeah, I was watching the inside just because I knew that's where like Finn was and everyone. He just sailed past, so fair play to him. Yeah.
Well done on the second place. And then in third place was Finn Groom, another good result. Well done, Finn. A great way to start the season there on the podium in a really close race.
Yeah, the perfect way to start the season. Yeah, really impressed. Hard race, very difficult. Had an okay start. Lee's start was incredible. He just come from nowhere. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
So I had quite a good tussle with Titch in the middle there.
That was good. Yeah, I impressed myself with that overtake, to be honest. So, yeah, I do like it round here, so that definitely helped. So,
it's interesting this year because everything seems to be a lot more wide open than perhaps the last year or so. Ben.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings.
And you're one of many father and sons on the grid as well. So tell us a bit about that family atmosphere in the championship.
Yeah, it is good. Unfortunately, he was off somewhere, so never mind. But yeah, that's good.
What do you think tomorrow can bring?
Hopefully another podium, maybe a little bit further up, but yeah, we'll see.
You're looking for that first win?
Definitely, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Cheers,
so there's our top three from the Vulcan Racing